The New York Giants began the decade of the 90s advancing a style of football as old as the game itself. Fundamentals that remain true to the very essence of the sport.
30, 25, 20, he might score, he will! Hampton cuts back through left tackle. Hampton gets to the 40-yard line, the 35, to the 30, 25, 20.
While others tried frills and finesse, the Giants won with well-crafted strategies and no-nonsense power on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
And the punt's coming down to Meggett. He takes it at his own 32, runs right, gets across the 35 to the 40, 45, 50, he's at the 45, he might go, blows everything, way down for Baker, maybe, touchdown! Must have stopped.
What a play!
John Washington.
Yeah, Washington sneaking through, stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
With courage and resilience, New York survived in crucial games the experts were certain the Giants could not win.
Fans are on their feet and screaming. Snap, spot. Kick is away, it's got the distance. It is good! Good!
And the Giants are going to Tampa Bay. It's over for the Three Pinks. It's over.
In the Silver Anniversary Super Bowl, the Giants proved that champions are not always the fastest or flashiest, but those who stand true to the basics of the game: strength, endurance, and character.
Throws end zone. Touchdown, Baker!
Giants win their second Super Bowl, James. Giants win. Giants win.
Under sunny summer skies at Fairleigh Dickinson University, the New York Giants began their quest for a world championship. Neither the heat of August or a rash of holdouts would keep Coach Bill Parcells' squad from preparing itself for the rigors of the regular season and an expected berth in the NFC playoffs.
For a group of 10 teams that truly have aspirations of winning the Super Bowl, is to keep people healthy and to hope you're fortunate, and you have to win close ball games. You know, that's the difference between being 8-8 and 12-4, is winning the real close games in the last couple minutes. And we've been doing that pretty successfully around here for the last couple years, and hopefully we'll do that this year.
Well, I think we have to win the division first, and I think the key will be to beat the top teams in it, which will be Washington, it'll be Philadelphia. They've won the last 4 games against us, and they have the upper hand right now, but it doesn't have to be that way. I think that we know what they're capable of doing, and we just have to overcome.
The Giants started their season by stopping the Eagles' Randall Cunningham dead in his tracks. Under a relentless rush, New York's defense put the clamps on their arch-rivals from Philadelphia, then dazzled a nationwide television audience with an assortment of scoring delights.
Sims looking for a target, rolls right, he's going long, way down deep, it is complete to Ingram, touchdown! Favaro and Cross, a double tight end set here. Sims looking for help, throws to his right, he's got a receiver, it is complete to Hampton, touchdown!
With Dave Meggett's special teams heroics, the Giants put the Eagles away for good.
And the punt's coming down to Meggett. He takes it at his own 32. Runs right. Gets across the 35 to the 40. 45, 50. He's at the 45. He might go. One man to stop him, the kicker. He's by the kicker. He'll score!
The victory was an important first step towards defending New York's NFC East crown, and that goal was further enhanced the following week against the Cowboys. Giants ball carriers proved they were alive and kicking in the offensive scheme, with rookie Rodney Hampton high-stepping his way through the Dallas defense. Hampton and company tore up the turf between the 20s, leaving scoring matters in the capable hands of quarterback Phil Simms.
Simms looking end zone, of course. He's going to run. He's inside the 5. He gets the touchdown. Simms fakes. He's going to pass. He does. He's got a receiver. Touchdown, Bavaro.
It was also a Sunday of sweet revenge for former Cowboy defensive back Everson Walls, number 28. The only player in history to lead the league in interceptions 3 times, added to his takeaway totals at the expense of his ex-teammates. Dallas was also unable to contain a more familiar New York nemesis, linebacker Lawrence Taylor.
Coming. Aikman back inside the 5, throws, tipped high, intercepted by Taylor. He'll score!
Oh, Lawrence, the magician.
The defense continued to dominate when the Giants returned home to play the Dolphins. The usually prolific Dan Marino was held to barely 100 passing yards, and Miami's ground game picked up even less against the linebacking core of Taylor, Johnson, Reasons, Diassi, and Banks. With the defense performing at peak efficiency, head coach Bill Parcells turned his attention to a Giants attack that would benefit by some plain talk from the man in charge.
All right, Phil, let's start with this.
We're going, Bill.
Let's go. 6Z half play, H42A.
Regular.
Miami wasn't able to stop New York until the Giants stopped themselves with a pair of costly holding penalties.
How about it today, okay? That's 2 holdings. Let's go, buddy. You know, we got a chance to win the game if you guys will just quit holding.
I know.
And we're starting to crack, and we just let them back in. I'll tell you, I'm not going to play them if they hold. They could sit there down or go somewhere else. 10 yards back.
They have to kick it from 10 yards.
Kick it again.
Okay, here we go. 10 minutes.
Hold it.
It's a previous spot enforcement. You're going to go back to the previous spot.
And what's this? Nothing?
Otherwise, you get it right here.
We'll take it right here.
Let's go scat. Well, we can go double seam, and I'll tell Megan to run it like scat.
All right.
We go double seam, he mans you. Don't hook it up.
Don't you make your mind up with him. I'm trying to get the first down. Phil, come on, let's go now.
Parcells had spoken, and his team finally got the message.
Simms looking to his right, still looking, going deep end zone corner. Complete touchdown. He goes to Ingram.
If you go get a blitz now, you might get one right here.
I might go red 90 if I do.
All right.
You're all up in there.
Yeah, but don't guess now. I don't want to throw it there. Right, okay?
Simms to O.J. Touchdown.
That's it, Dougie. That's the way to go, Will. That's what we need right there. So it was important to knock them down. It was important to keep the yardage long. And so we had to gang up on the running game as much as we could. It was very important. But, you know, it's early in the season. I'm just pleased we got it off to a 3-0 start. I'm very pleased about that. And I'm just hopeful we can keep it going.
When the Cowboys hosted the Giants 2 weeks earlier, New York won by calling on the services of native Texan Rodney Hampton. Dallas couldn't stop the rookie runner in his home state, and they weren't any more successful in the Jersey Meadowlands.
Motion by Lionel Manuel to the left. Simms looking. throws. He's got a receiver. Complete. Touchdown.
The Giants' ground game rolled behind the offensive line of Oates, Roberts, Moore, Cratch, Elliott, and Riesenberg, and provided the protection for Phil Simms to fire a trio of touchdown passes.
Simms looking in the end zone. Throws. Touchdown. He's got Roscoe.
His first touchdown, I think, as a pro.
Simms added a scoring toss to wide receiver Mark Ingram before giving way to reserve quarterback Jeff Hostetler, whose mobility provided New York with another 6 points.
Hostetler's in trouble. Breaks a tackle. Runs to the 10. He might score. 5. Touchdown.
With 3 division victories already in hand, the Giants sought to put some distance between themselves and their closest rivals, the Washington Redskins. A distance of, say, 80 yards.
Simms has the ball at the 10. Throwing over the middle. He's got a receiver. It's complete to Baker. 30, 35, 40. He might go. 35, 40, at the 30, 25, 15. He's in.
Baker's touchdown was the team's longest of the season, and the Redskins' defensive woes were only beginning. On an afternoon when the Giants specialized in big plays, fullback Maurice Carthon hauled in a 63-yard pass, his longest ever in the NFL. Tight end Mark Bavaro plowed the same fertile turf over the middle with a 61-yarder, the most prolific pass reception of his career. A Bavaro touchdown wrapped up the win over Washington, and after a week off, the Giants returned to action in what would prove to be the most prophetic game of the regular season. Trouble began when the underdog Phoenix Cardinals took a big lead and took out the Giants' starting quarterback, setting the stage for the first of several dramatic comebacks in 1990.
Simms has been leveled on that play.
Yeah, Phil's limping pretty good. He doesn't really want to come out, but he'll take this one.
And there is already Hostetler warming up.
Down by 9 with barely 3 minutes to play, Jeff Hostetler guided the team in what became a dress rehearsal for future events in the playoffs. Hostetler launched a touchdown pass to Stephen Baker, then led a last-second drive that gave kicker Matt Barr the chance to win the game.
Here we go. 3 seconds to go. The ball spotted at the 30. It's long. It goes up. It's got the distance. It's good.
And there's no time on the clock. The Giants win it and remain undefeated, Jimmy. What a game.
The Giants were now 6-0, the best start in franchise history, and the special teams played a critical role in that success. For the second consecutive season, Sean Landeta earned All-Pro honors, leading the National Conference in punting with a 44.1 average. His perfectly targeted kicks landed inside the 20 more often than anyone else in the NFC, providing numerous opportunities for coverage ace Renee Thompson, number 21. Thompson was a vital part of New York's nickel pass defense, but achieved even greater notoriety on the special teams. In 1990, the former Plan B acquisition joined Landeta on the All-Pro squad, thanks to Renee's reputation as one of the NFL's most lethal tacklers.
Once you hit someone real hard and you hear the breath go out on nigga, and it's just euphoric, and you want it there every time after that. A special teams player has a maniacal attitude, and he's the eat a worm type guy. I want to lay the hat on the guy any chance I get, and I want it to be as malicious and as vicious within the rules of the game.
While Thompson got the postseason recognition he deserved, Dave Meggett's Pro Bowl absence was a glaring omission. He led the NFC in kickoff returns and finished second returning punts. But Meggett would enjoy the last lap, surpassing all his peers with the ultimate prize of a Super Bowl ring.
Let's go, OJ!
Even the most optimistic Giants fans would not have suggested that their favorite team could all but wrap up the division title by mid-season. But such a prospect existed when New York hosted the Redskins in Week 8.
From the 30, throws, he has a target, it is intercepted. Taken down by Emerson Wall.
A victory would give the Giants a 3-game lead in the standings, a goal that New York's mistake-proof offense was eager to reach. The Giants posted the lowest turnover rate in NFL history in 1990, and their flawless execution served them especially well against Washington.
Sims looking end zone. Sims throws. Touchdown, Baker! Sims fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws. He's got the ball. He turns it up. Touchdown!
You can't cover him with the linebacker. He's too good. Let's go, guys. Make it easy on ourselves. Make it easy on ourselves.
Perhaps the quick 14-0 lead did come a bit too easily for New York. By the end of the third quarter, Washington had narrowed the margin to 14-10.
He's being threatened. He breaks away from one man, runs to his left. They're all after him. He gets inside the 5. He'll score.
The once dormant Redskins sprung to life, threatening to take the lead and steal a win until the Giants' defense made one of its biggest plays of the year.
Second and goal from the 3. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws end zone, intercepted!
What a big play by Jackson.
2 minutes later, the Giants' third interception of the day sealed the victory.
Absolute bedlam. He has the ball, big rush, steps up and throws, intercepted to the 20, to the 15, and he's going to score, Emerson Wall.
That's the first one in a 15-year career. 7-0. You thought we wasn't real, didn't you? This is real, boy. NYG.
Despite a late scare, the Giants had survived with a season sweep of the Redskins.
Let me tell you what I'm scared of. I'm scared of spiders, snakes, and the IRS.
Not the Redskins.
Well, you know, they're in our league. It's competition. I look forward to that.
The competition was not as formidable the following week in a Monday night rap party at Indianapolis. Hoosier native son Dan Quayle was on hand to watch the Giants perform the latest dance steps all over the backpedaling Colts.
Carthon and O.J. in the backfield. O.J. to the goal line. Touchdown!
The vice president has long been an advocate of strong defense, and the Giants were only too happy to oblige.
George looking left, looking middle, runs away from trouble. They got him. Free ball. Picked up, and they'll score. Dorsett.
The Giants cruised to an easy primetime victory, then headed to California for what they imagined would be a tougher test against the pass-happy Los Angeles Rams. L.A. had beaten New York in 3 straight, including 1989's disappointing playoff defeat. But Mark Collins and Myron Guyton made certain there would be no Rams victory this time. Linebacker Gary Reason's number 55 had his biggest day of the year with a pair of interceptions that closed out Ram drives.
Everett deep in the end zone, throws out of the end zone. Intercepted by Reason.
Look what I got here, he said, huh?
Team interception leader Everson Walls added another theft as the Giants held the explosive Ram attack to its lowest point total of the season. Meanwhile, the Giants' offense had more than enough firepower to chalk up the win.
Sims comes out on a rollout to the right, throws end zone. Bavaro, touchdown! Ingram lines up left side slot, goes into motion to the right side. Sims hands off on a delay, half the starter steps, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Having shackled a potent Ram attack, the Giants returned home to face the always dangerous run-and-shoot offense of the Detroit Lions. New York responded by holding Motown's team to barely 200 yards in total offense, as the Giants posted their first shutout of 1990. Cornerback Perry Williams halted the only Lions threat of the day with an end zone interception, then let the NFC's top-rated passer take over. Phil Simms threw sparingly, but two of his completions were transformed into touchdowns by the catch-and-carrying heroics of Mark Ingram and Stephen Baker. With another convincing win, the Giants' record stood at 10-0, tied with the San Francisco 49ers for best in the National Football League. The two powers would meet in a decisive showdown in just 2 weeks. But first, the Giants would have to get past their most annoying and troublesome foe, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia. 65 degrees, a little breeze to cool you off. Nice dry feel. 11-0 Giants. Can't beat it.
In the Quaker City, the Giants were confident, but their head coach sensed a serious threat to his team's perfect record.
Destroyed just because we're 6-4 and they're 10-0. Hey man, we're better than these guys. And let's play like it. Come on, 1, 2, 3.
Takes a double handoff inside the 5, throws. It's complete to Myers. Losing the ball. Giants might have it on the far side. They do. Denver Johnson again. Sims is looking for a receiver. Sims has protection. Throws end zone. Touchdown. Ingram.
The Giants struck first, but the Eagles stormed back to tie the game less than 2 minutes later.
Cunningham stumbles coming back. He's looking long. He's going long. He's going for everything. It is complete. Touchdown.
The strong Eagles' rebuttal quickly sent the Giants back to the drawing board.
He's got to get it down the field for much time. Double seam, X and Z Q, those deep Q patterns now. Okay? And he'll try to scramble it into 2 minutes. We got to do a good job of keeping him in front of us in the pocket, okay?
While the defense searched for answers, the offense tried to keep the ball in its hands and out of the clutches of Randall Cunningham. By halftime, the Giants had closed the gap to 14-13 and were still very much in the game.
Ball inside the 5. Sims fakes the pitch, throws. Complete, touchdown, Bavaro.
Keep blocking, keep on your man downfield, all right? So if they're trying to game tackle, but we just keep coming off, keep blocking downfield. If your guy's not there, keep going to get somebody else. We're going to keep rolling. Just like that.
Eagles gang tackling indeed proved to be the backbreaker as Philadelphia stuffed the Giants on a crucial third and short situation. From then on, the game unraveled right before the Giants' eyes. The Eagles were on their way to a huge upset, sparked by the latest in a long line of bizarre touchdowns scored against New York.
Looking for a pass receiver. Runs to his right. Looks to pass. Throws. Tipped away. And maybe complete on the rebound. Yes, touchdown. On the rebound of Calvin Williams.
The Giants' first loss of the year was an especially bitter pill to swallow, but now their attention turned westward to the most anticipated game of the 1990 season. Before the largest crowd ever at Candlestick Park and the second biggest Monday night television audience in history, the defending champion 49ers were strongly favored to defeat New York en route to their ultimate goal of a third straight Super Bowl crown. In the most heavily covered regular season game in memory, the Giants provided blanket coverage of their own against the NFC's top-ranked offense. The defensive front of Dorsey, Howard, Marshall, Fox, and Washington stopped Niner backs cold while helping to hold quarterback Joe Montana to his worst performance of the year. Only once did the Giants' defense falter, and it came on San Francisco's single-scoring drive of the night. Just before halftime, the 49ers relied on two big plays to get into the end zone, giving them a 7-3 lead that would stand in 1990's lowest-scoring contest. The 49ers played superb defense themselves, giving up yardage grudgingly. New York mounted several threats, yet was ultimately unable to connect on a pair of pivotal fourth-down plays that might have otherwise resulted in a Giants victory. When the final gun sounded, a verbal duel began between the rivals. The most emotional game of the year had gone to San Francisco, but by season's end, the New York Giants would have the last word. In dire need of a win after two straight losses, the Giants' defense put on a gritty performance that matched the courage of their coach. With Bill Parcells on the sidelines after being hospitalized for painful kidney stones, New York inflicted some pain of its own on the Minnesota Vikings. When the Giants weren't hitting the Vikings, they were picking their pockets.
Gannon throws to the right. Intercepted Jackson at the 40. Jackson turns out at the 40.
New York stole two passes and logged 4 sacks, spurred on by Lawrence Taylor's best game of the season.
Play action from the 10. In trouble. Sack. Lawrence Taylor. What a defensive game the Giants are playing in this half.
While the defense was at its menacing best, the offense was struggling. The special teams stepped forward to jumpstart the attack, keyed by a sparkling kick return from Dave Meggett.
Meggett to the 10. Meggett going left to the 15. Meggett cuts back to the 20, 25, 30, 35. He's got the 40, 45, 50, 45, and out of bounds at the Minnesota 40.
Running back Otis Anderson scored twice as New York clinched the NFC East title, and O.J. became only the 8th man in league history to gain 10,000 career rushing yards. It was the latest milestone in an incredible football odyssey for one of the game's most enduring stars. At age 34, 12-year veteran O.J. Anderson is the oldest running back in pro football. But the true measure of the man comes in yards, not in years.
What we're doing here, we're belaboring his age and all that. He's not playing like he's his age.
The rookies coming in, I mean, heck, they were in elementary school when Otis first got into the league.
Tired, sore, legs sore. I mean, hey.
Feeling your age, OJ?
I'm no young pup.
But this old dog has been frisky and has fetched the kind of numbers for the Giants that made him the St. Louis Cardinals' all-time leading rusher and the 8th all-time ground gainer in NFL history. Otis Jerome Anderson, the all-time leading rusher for the University of Miami, was the Cardinals' #1 draft choice in 1979. He was so powerful, so swift, so elusive, that it was perfectly understandable to confuse O.J. with O.J. Simpson with Anderson, that is.
First down at their own 23. Another running play to Anderson. Big hole across the 40 at midfield. Touchdown! 76 yards for O.J. Anderson!
But after 6 spectacular seasons, there was too much mileage on his speedometer and too little tread on his tires. After one too many head-on collisions, Anderson was sold like a used car to the Giants in 1986.
When we first got him, we got him for insurance purposes. That's what he was told. This guy's got a few pelts on his horse, you know. I mean, he got 1,600 one year, he's got 1,200, 1,300. I mean, it's not like the guy hadn't done it. So it's just a question of what he had left.
In Super Bowl 21, O.J. scored a ceremonial fourth-quarter touchdown that seemed to be the final period in the last sentence of his career. After working graveyard shifts in 87 and 88, the NFL's oldest runner arose like Lazarus in 1989.
Then as fate would have it, Joe Morris broke his foot, and now all of a sudden he was thrust into a much bigger role than he had anticipated.
I think Bill just flipped a coin, and he had all of our names down and lined up O.J.
Be it heads or tails, O.J. Anderson landed on his feet, and those feet hurtled him toward one of the greatest comeback stories in the history of the sport.
With Otis' situation, it's just like James Brown reappearing at the Apollo. I mean, everybody thought he couldn't do it, and he made his comeback. And, you know, just like Parcells said, it's a 30-year-old guy with 21-year-old legs.
In 1990, Anderson led the Giants in rushing for a second straight year, with more than twice as many carries as any other runner.
Sims to Anderson across the 5, toward the goal line. He's close. He's across the line. Touchdown. Never say die.
He knows what his role is. He's the lead horse right now, and so he's got to, you know, get in front of the wagon and pull it.
I want load right, 62-10. I'm 62-10.
Split backs for the Giants. Fast handoff to Anderson. Anderson gets through the line this time. Across the 30, 25, 20. He'll go down to the 10. He's at the 5. He'll score.
Hey, from there to that show speed. I could have made 20. I got smart.
I could have made 20.
Each Sunday that I perform, I'm beating the odds. You know, whenever I finish the game, I'm beating the odds. Win, lose, or draw, I'm beating the odds because I'm counted out. I'm not supposed to be able to do this.
They go to the right. Here comes Anderson. He will score. No question about that one. I'm going in, and you're not going to stop me.
Blanketed by an icy rain and temperatures in the low 30s, the Meadowlands featured what Bill Parcells likes to call giant weather. But it was the visiting Buffalo Bills and their coach, Marv Levy, who seemed more at home.
I think I'd rather have snow.
Huh?
Between me and you, I'd rather have snow.
I don't care. Whatever. Just show them play. Whatever it is.
Right.
Supposed to play in whatever kind of weather. It's the way this game is meant to be played outside.
The sun will be out soon.
Huh?
The sun will be out soon.
Yeah, right.
The sun was only wishful thinking for the Giants, as the Bills were focused on turning the rainy day into payday.
Let's show them what we got, huh? Good luck to you today. Good luck to you today.
But Buffalo quickly found out how hard it is to hit a moving object.
Goes back. Hands off. Hampton cuts back through left tackle. Hampton gets to the 40-yard line. The 35, to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, out of bounds.
Rodney Hampton's burst was followed by a quick score from Anderson.
O.J. touchdown!
With a 7-0 lead to protect, the Giants knew exactly what was coming.
Look, same thing as we talked about before now. On the zones, inside guys, okay? Thomas, McKellar, Reed, whoever the 3 inside people are, they're the big guys, okay? Under center, be alert on the sub run, okay? Reed on the crossing patterns, take them.
Kelly passes to relief on the left side on a screen pass. It is complete to the 30, big break. 35-40, 45-50. The Giants are going to have to hustle to get to him inside the 30. Knocked out of bounds by Collins. Thurman Thomas, of course, turning the corner left. He dives across the goal line. Touchdown. Second and goal from the 6. Kelly passes short inside the 5. Touchdown.
As rapidly as the Bills took control, the advantage swung back to the Giants when Jim Kelly sustained serious injury.
Kelly is hurt. He is hurt horribly.
And holding his left knee.
No, don't do that, Dolph. Don't do that.
Jimmy, hold on a second. Tell the guy we need the cart over here.
Kelly's replacement, Frank Reich, saw little relief from the Giants' pass rush. But before New York could fully capitalize, they were dealt a blow equally as devastating.
Sims is down and getting up slowly. Sims is starting to limp off the field here. It's a first down for the Giants. Now we'll get Jeff Hostetler.
The Giants' reserve quarterback desperately tried to rally his team in the final minutes. Trailing by 4, New York came up just short of the end zone and victory. In this preview of eventual Super Bowl opponents, the Bills had prevailed on the game's final play. A month later in Tampa, the Giants would return the favor. The first order of business, however, was to install Jeff Hostetler as the team's starting quarterback. Until recently, the little-used backup had few chances to flash the form that made him a collegiate star at the University of West Virginia. With the Mountaineers, Hostetler set numerous school records, led the program to several upset wins, and married the head coach's daughter. Jeff's passing statistics weren't even as impressive as his 3.85 grade point average, numbers good enough to make him a Rhodes Scholar candidate. The early stages of Hostetler's pro career weren't as impressive. In his first 4 years, he did not even attempt a single pass, and when Jeff finally did see action, it was generally in a mop-up role. On numerous occasions, Hostetler asked to be traded, but each time the Giants refused. The frustrated quarterback even performed on special teams, if only to get playing time. Slowly but surely, Hostetler was finding ways to make himself indispensable to the franchise.
Jeff, you know we might be going with a fake here. Banksy, you set on this fake if we run it? Where's Haas? Hostetler!
Snap. Let's go. It's a fake. Hostetler's going to pass. Does. He's got a receiver. Complete. And he's going to score. My goodness.
Finally, in 1989, Haas got his chance, starting 2 games and winning them both. A year later, when regular quarterback Phil Sims suffered a season-ending foot injury, the Giants would have to rely on Hostetler more than ever. In Week 7, Jeff had replaced Sims and led the team to a comeback victory over the Cardinals.
Hostetler looking for a target. Throws everything. Way down for Baker, maybe. Touchdown!
9 weeks later, in the rematch with Phoenix, Hostetler was the undisputed starter. Here was his chance to prove that the Giants could pledge their faith in him, and such faith would be rewarded.
Strong side right. Hostetler with a short drop. Hostetler pumps. He's throwing long, way downfield. Completed the 5-yard line by Ingram, and he slides into the end zone. Hostetler has the ball, looking for a target. He's going to run in. Touchdown!
Hostetler's heroics continued the following week as the Giants closed out the regular season in soggy Massachusetts against the struggling Patriots. Jeff led the team with 82 rushing yards, sparking an otherwise lackluster offense to a rain-soaked win over New England. With the victory, New York was on its way to its 5th playoff appearance of the Bill Parcells era. And when the postseason was over, the New York Giants would stand alone as the world champions of professional football.
After all the talk about how bad the weather could be in December and January in New York, they probably couldn't have picked a better day for this one. As a matter of fact, both teams are cold weather football teams. And there was the distinct possibility we had to worry about snow or sleet or freezing rain. And we've got a brilliant sunshiny day for the Bears and the Giants. Two old rivals going back as far as any two teams in the National Football League. And they play old-fashioned football.
Chicago boasted the second-ranked ground attack in the NFL. The Giants were not impressed.
Takes the handoff, goes to his right side, has Gentry, drops the ball, stolen by Collins, intercepted. He goes to a 35-yard line, and the Giants have the ball.
With the Bears offense safely in hibernation, the Big Apple's newest folk hero, Jeff Hostetler, completed 5 straight passes as he drove the Giants to their first touchdown.
Hostetler looking for a receiver right, looks left, throws, end zone, deep, Baker, touchdown!
What a call in the corner of the left end zone.
Are they going to look at this one? I think they might.
They're going to review everything in the playoffs. His ass, I see this back here, his ass was in. What he said was a touchdown, man. No.
The touchdown stood, and so did the Giants' defense when Mike Ditka tried to hammer it in on 4th and goal.
The ball is a half foot away from the goal line. 4th down, Giants leading 10-0. Handoff, must have stopped.
What a play!
John Washington.
Yeah, Washington sneaking through, stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
New York built its lead to 14 before halftime behind the punishing power of the Giants' running game.
Hostetler turns, rolls left, looking, throws, end zone, touchdown!
4 times the Giants gambled on 4th down, and each time Hostetler hit the jackpot.
Hostetler has time, in trouble, runs away from the tackle, runs toward the sideline, runs, he turns the corner, first down!
With a mobile quarterback now in the New York lineup, the Giants' predictable and conservative offense crossed up the Bears and learned to love living dangerously. From the upper deck, fans had to appreciate O.J. Anderson's block against William Perry on the touchdown. The league's oldest back may have made the biggest block of his career, but it left him unable to celebrate the Giants' first playoff win since 1986.
I ain't throwing no game. I'm too tired to throw games.
They may have been exhausted, but the Giants had shown more life than many had predicted.
They said the Giants defense was no longer.
I don't understand it. They said the Giants were dead.
Hey, they said we're done, baby.
Hey, I don't understand it.
They stuck a fork in us and said we were done.
Hey, San Francisco, they're back. We're back.
They're back. Let's go get them next week, baby.
Let's go. Here we come. Going back to California, guys.
Got one more?
Nobody thinks we can win, you know. They didn't give us a chance in this one.
Even team ownership had to be surprised and delighted by the ingenuity of Bill Parcells' coaching masterpiece.
We're very predictable around here, and today I think you would have to say we were a little less predictable. We were still very predictable, but we were a little less predictable today.
A lot of guys kept, thinking that Haas wasn't going to do it. A backup quarterback, big game. He never been in this type of situation. He was like our secret weapon. We'll let him think Jeff can't do it. If Jeff's going to produce, he's going to do it again next week also.
Hostetler and the Giants returned to San Francisco under far different circumstances than those that existed in the previous game with the 49ers. War in the Persian Gulf altered the mood of the Candlestick crowd, even as both teams prepared for their biggest game of the year.
Come on, man, we're in it now. We're in the rough now, dog. We're in the rough, dog.
Guys, you only get one shot at this. You only get one shot. Let's set the tempo. Hang on to the ball, no penalties. Let's go get him, guys. Go get him, baby.
As the game evolved into a battle between the NFC's number 1 and 2 ranked defenses, every scoring opportunity became critically important, particularly the ones that were missed.
Pitch to make it going right. He's going to throw. Into the end zone, Carthon. Touchdown. He dropped it.
Oh, my goodness. Carthon dropped it perfect.
Maurice Carthon's drop forced the Giants to settle for 3 points as the teams bided time with field goals while looking for the chance to break the game open.
Okay, Jack. All right, that's the way to gamble in that too. Okay, keep hammering them. Keep hammering those outside receivers.
Montana's looking long, throws medium, complete for a big break to tail into the 30, the 25 to 20, 15, he'll score. There it is.
John Taylor's touchdown woke up the Candlestick crowd, and the 49ers responded by going for the jugular, by way of an assault on the passing pocket and the Giants' Hostetler.
Hostetler is down.
He's hurt.
Really gave him a shot.
He's hurt.
But instead of cowering, New York answered by attacking. The Giants had absorbed San Francisco's best shots. Now they were ready to land some well-placed counter punches of their own. New York chipped away at the lead, then stunned the 49ers with a bold gamble from punt formation, blocking back Gary Reason.
Is it in the playbook to try a fake when you're fighting for a chance to go to the Super Bowl?
Ooh, a fake. It's going to be a fake. They run across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30.
Reason's 30-yard run set up a field goal that got the Giants to within 1 point, before the 49ers were dealt the most severe blow they could have imagined, courtesy of Giants defensive end Leonard Marshall, number 70.
Montana looking. Plenty of time. Rolls away now. Runs away.
Marshall had fired the shot heard round the football world.
And Montana was clobbered.
Leonard Marshall caught him with his helmet right in the middle of the back, upper part of the back. You know, a good, legit hit.
And this was a big hit, Joe. This was as good a hit as Montana has taken all year.
The Niners suddenly seemed mortal, and with one more play, the Giants' defense ended all hopes of a San Francisco three-peat.
Again to Roger, and he hits a wall, loses the ball. Giants have it. The Giants have a shot now. They get it at the 43-yard line, and New York suddenly handed an opportunity.
We're a minute away from Tampa Bay, baby. A minute away. A minute away, baby. One time.
Giants are trailing by a point. All depends on Matt Barr. Fans are on their feet and screaming. Snap, spot. Kick is away. It's got the distance. It is good. Good.
And the Giants are going to Tampa Bay. It's over for the three-peats. It's over.
Congratulations, man. These yellow bands are for the troops over there. Remember that. This is for the troops. You guys support them. Ever had any moment like this in your life? Feels pretty good. They said good to be heard. Great job, Bill. Congratulations, man.
World events had clouded Super Bowl Sunday with fear and trepidation. It was a game some said they shouldn't even play. But inside Tampa Stadium, a different kind of feeling took hold. It was a force that grabbed the hearts of players and fans alike, and everyone there knew the show was to go on.
Showtime, hey, baby. What you talking about? Showtime. Talk to me. Talk to me. Showtime.
Penetration into Bill's territory. Meggett on the right side takes the handoff and is tripped. He gets up on his feet, continues to move. 40, 45-yard line.
The Giants controlled the flow at the outset and took a 3-0 advantage. But the lead vanished after little more than a minute, under a stampede of Buffalo offense.
Dropping back to pass. They blitz off the side. Here's a long throw downfield. And it is deflected and caught by Lofton.
Go! Hey, big legs! Good job, man.
The Bills' no-huddle offense had tied the game and had the Giants' coaching staff in knots trying to slow it down.
Kelly waiting. John Smith drives in for the touchdown.
Buffalo's offense celebrated its 10-3 lead, which signaled its defense to get down to business.
It's time to put the heat on them now. Party's over, baby. Let's turn it up.
The Bills laid Jeff Hostetler out 3 times, and if he wasn't seeing stars, he may have been hearing bells tolling midnight on his Cinderella postseason.
Trips in the end zone.
Buffalo's defense had the Giants' offense in a vice grip until Hostetler turned to the one man Giants quarterbacks have counted on all season, Otis Anderson.
Giants have a second and a long 4. O.J. has the ball. Through a hole, he's got a first down and more. 30, 35, 36-yard line. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on.
So we mentioned it was gut check time, and these Giants just passed that gut check. Came down and scored 7 when they needed it.
New York began the second half by launching a drive that defined the very essence of Giant football. Power football that underscored exactly how they got to Super Bowl 25.
Barking out the signals, has the ball in the pocket. Throws over the top. He's got Meggett. Meggett will get a first down.
The Giants bashed downfield on a 14-play meat grinder, the most time-consuming drive in Super Bowl history. It was an assault spearheaded by MVP Otis Anderson and highlighted by Mark Ingram.
12-10 the score. Buffalo, third quarter. Hostetler has the ball and the snap. Throws. Complete. He's got Ingram for maybe a first down. He'll try to the 20. Yes, he's got it.
After the catch, 7 yards and 5 tacklers lay between Ingram and a first down marker that appeared hopelessly out of reach.
What effort. What effort.
Caught that ball at the 25 and got free of 3 separate tackles. I didn't think there was any chance to be able to do it. A nice spin move, a cutback, great athletic play.
It's been a long, long clock-eating drive.
James, this drive is taking almost 10 minutes.
Giants on the 1.5-yard line. O.J. touchdown.
A lead that took the Giants 9.5 minutes to achieve was wrestled away by the Bills with a quick strike that took only 4 plays and a minute and a half. In a display of power and speed, Thurman Thomas rushed for a game-high 135 yards. And his 31-yard touchdown on the first play of the fourth quarter gave the Bills a slim 2-point edge. Hostetler and the Giants answered with yet another marathon 14-play journey as Matt Barr calmly drilled one more clutch postseason field goal. The stage was set for a heart-stopping finish in what would become the greatest Super Bowl ever.
If you're a Bills fan now, you got to believe. If you're a Giants fan, now they say, hey, you got to hold them.
In the final 2 minutes, the Bills raced desperately down to the New York 29. The Giants led by a single point. 8 seconds remained. The fate of both teams rested on the leg of Scott Norwood.
Oh boy, hearts beat faster in Buffalo. High drama here in the Super Bowl. Here comes number 11, Scott Norwood. Incredible.
What a fine game. What an absolutely fine game.
Scott Norwood. He can fire the shot heard round the world now and win a Super Bowl.
Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line.
The Super Bowl will ride on the right foot of Norwood.
Snap, spot, in the air. It's got the distance. It is.
Super Bowl 25. The silver anniversary had produced a true champion. The New York Giants stood alone atop the summit, world champions of professional football.